Gonna make the profiles boom, 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 boom. What it is real life, real talk by a real one who really did it. What it isn't is added preservatives. Ain't never gonna be no fakey stories. We tell reallys over here. For really, really? For really, really, right? Now, as you can tell by that thumbnail right there, orale, the street ops. The Northern Riders, the street ops, eh? Trip out. So shout out to Renegade Media, man. Shout out to my boy Jay Handz, man. Respects to that Vato over there doing his thing. His thug thizzle on his channel, man. I hope that he prospers. I hope that he continues to make waves and do his thing, man. There's no hate right here, bro. It's all love, homes. Do your thing. Your business, that's it, is your business. But I had to jump in the mix one time for my mind because that's what Gun does, right? And in that fashion, bang, bang. I seen a spiel that he made yesterday. And in that spiel, he referred, and it was a story about Snoop and what's his name? Scrappy. Okay, Scrappy. And this was some internal conflict of Northern Rider business, something they were going through that spurned each other. That basically these two individuals were going at it, and groups had offshoots. You know, certain groups started behind this whole mix that they had going on. And I know a little bit lightweight about, the whole history on what they had going on. And I've interviewed, actually the guy who actually smacked Scrappy Diaz, Dre, on my channel. But I choose no sides. Like I said, it's Northern Rider business, none of my business, homes. At the end of the day, something that came to light within the story he was telling, I made my business because I thought, wow, can you believe that they're going there, or that they chose to go there, right? Now, I have nothing against this guy, Scrappy Diaz. I don't know him from Adam 22, right? Which means I don't give a fuck about him. But at the same time, I will say some of these visions and some of these things that he was talking about, ludicrous, right? Indubitably. And they affect the well-being of some of my homeboys that are still active Norteños. So righteously, I'm going to repeat kind of what he said, Holmes, and give you my perspective, my take on it, on what I thought about that when I heard it. So, street ops. This was something that I guess allegedly Scrappy Diaz had drafted to all his compas, his camaradas, his people, saying that they were going to basically, do all these frivolous activities to basically get the Norteños off the streets so that way they could set up some type of street regiments. Now, respectfully, I understand when you have ops, when you have opposition, enemigas, whatever you say, however you consider them, you're going to get a little cutthroatish. You're going to get dirty in the game, homes, to eradicate them so that way you can push your agenda. Hey, I ain't mad at you. I ain't glad at you, but I ain't mad at you. Now, I do not speak for the active Norteños, nor do I speak for the Northern Riders whatsoever. I speak for the gun and the brown people, right? And not all brown people, some don't even like me. But, I'm going to go ahead and have my voice be heard and felt. And one thing I could say when it comes to being an active Norteño, which I was for so many years, when I hear these type of cutthroatish ways to get at them, man, it just bewilders me that those were your people at one point. Those were the gente that you strived with. Those were the vatos you sat down with at that table, homes, and broke bread with. The embracement was real. No matter what happened to you in your career, how you fell off, how you're no longer in good standings, that's not everybody's fault. That's it. That's your fault. Okay, even me. I chose to go hit that yarda and do that red on red. There could have been other options. I could have went a different route, homes. I could have pled my case and maybe got poked a little bit, stabbed up. Whatever the case may be, I chose to do what I had to do, and I don't blame that on no other man but myself. So when Scrappy has all these grand ideas of eradicating the norte from the streets, homes, that will never happen. That's it. Never. Okay? But he took it as far as to saying things like grinding up glass and putting it in dope and poison in dope to kill off the enemigas. Who the fuck you think you are? I said the Iceman? ¿Sabes qué, watcha? I do know, and I'm not going to just speak on it without knowing, homes, there's a lot of business that's done between non-actors and actors. A lot of people say, Charlie, homes, we don't like to deal with those type of individuals. But at the same time, money knows no color, homes. Green is green. That's it. And that's it, plain and simple and period. So straight up, there are some interactions, some willing and dealing. So I could see where he thought that might benefit them. But come on, you're talking about mass eradication of a people just to get on. How about some old school mentality? How about some pick it up, homes, and work with it, allegedly? How about nut to you buck, fool, right? All that, we're going to grind up glass and damn, you're going to have a whole bunch of motherfuckers in a factory like Oompa Loompas grinding up glass, Holmes, and arsenic to try to get your point across. Charlie, Holmes. That right there was outlandish. That was way out there, out the box. Another thing he said was that he was going to break into their homes and put some type of pornography, right? And we know what kind he said, that of a young nature, to set them up. Now, if that ain't rata shit, I ain't never heard no shit like that in my life. To try to put a jacket and a case on individuals just to get them off out the way so that way you can handle your business. That's not gangster, Holmes. Wait up. Yeah, I looked through the manual, even read the fine print. I said, yeah, you hold. There's nothing gangster about doing anything like that. See, with the gangster mentality comes gangsterisms, gangster actions. If you don't have that mentality, why are you doing this shit? Why do you continue to spew the propaganda and the mystique of your movement, Holmes, if your movement can belittle themselves, Holmes, and go all the way down to the bottom to set people up, to get people caught up, righteous, striving individuals caught up, just so that way you could take their place to make a little feria. Does money mean that much to you? Now, I'm not talking about Snoop. He has his own agenda and he does what he does. He's been doing it for 20-something plus years. That's his movement, his game. We leave it like that. There's righteous motherfuckers in that movement like Handz that just go out there and work every day for the familia and want nothing more than to take care of their people. I understand that. But this guy, Scrappy Diaz, he kind of rubs me the wrong way. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that I dislike him or I hate him or I'm here to hate on him, Charlie Holmes. But at the end of the day, when I'm hearing this come from a Northern writer's mouth about some of the movements and some of the fucking idealisms that he had to push against the active Norteños, well, only one active Norteño, Holmes, can laugh. And then another, and then another, and it's a domino effect. That shit is childish and ungangsteristic. That's the new word, ungangsteristic. Spell it, Essie. Right? Word of the day. And it Manila style in direct fashion, bro. All I could say simply by hearing all this propaganda was, what the fuck was going on here? Were these guys that serious on eradicating the fucking opposition, the street ops, that they had to go as far as setting them up with pornography, breaking in their homes? So if you're going to break in their homes, handle your business. Get with it. Oh, I'm going to break. No, hey, they're going to be sleeping and she's going to be right there. The opposite, he's going to be sleeping. So this is what's going to happen. All right, this is how we're going to do it. You're going to go in and you're going to pat him on the back so that way he sleeps good. That's what they're doing, Mimi. And then I'm going to go in, I'm going to get on his computer. I said, I'm going to hack it. You know what I mean? And I'm going to set him up, And then we're going to call it placas, because somewhere along the line, the placas are going to have to be called, right, Scrappy? Then I'm going to call the placas, and then they're going to go in there and they're going to bust that vatos out the way. We're going to set up shop, and we're coming up. Chandoms. It doesn't work that way. And to me, that's snitching. To me, that's JCAT activities. To me, that's not what your movement entails from everything that I've ever heard, Holmes. Okay, people always compare the Fresno Bulldogs. Are they around here? They compare the Fresno Bulldogs to the Northern Riders. And in some aspects, they are. They're both against the grain. They're both got the mentality anybody can get it. They both have a departed or parted ways with the Norteño movement. They both got a lot of the same enemigas. They both are of like-mindedness when it comes to fucking homes, la primera lives type shit. But one thing I can say that the Bulldogs never had even contemplated doing, because I've talked to a lot of them, a lot of the OGs, people that have been around the block in the 6'4", not riding on flats, right? Riding on gold ones. They would never belittle themselves or go that far as to setting up the opposition with child porn and poisoning them and glassing their shit. Come on, this is not a movie. Come on, Jason. Orale, take the mask off already. Stop portraying the gangster role, Holmes, if you don't know how to be a gangster. Okay? There's ethics and morals and values into being a gangster. Now, I understand, Holmes, when you're living that life, anybody can get it at any time, any place, anywhere. Fucking, there's no rules in fighting. There's no rules in the game. But there has to be values and morals that are instilled and educated and indoctrinated into you, Holmes, so that you know how to carry yourself in a professional manner, even in a gangster lifestyle. See, everything, Holmes, is about respect. Okay? You respect your opposition, Holmes. If you don't, then they're not your opposition. Don't you get it? They're just a bunch of poop butts running in circles. Now, the Norteño movement are the opposition to a lot of people because they've established homes, they've set foundations, they've rocked yardas homes. They are very well known to handle their business. So if they pose a potential threat to your movement, homes, then handle your business. Basically, get off where you're mad at, homes. Don't poison them, esse. Don't set them up and tell on them. Don't snitch on them. Street ops. That right there, that's a manifesto you might want to redraft. That's it. Straight up. By the way, I'm wearing a San Diego Charger. This is Osco San Diego Chargers for my homeboys from San Diego. Orale. Rifamos. What's happening, my brothers? Now, 619 shit. A lot of love. The Vatos from San Diego, I say, hey, you don't never show us no love, esse. What's up? Orale, Thunderbolt time. Zaz. There it is, Zeus. Now, one thing I will say is this. When I listen to Jay Handz, do his spiel and he was, speaking that, I could see by the looks and his mannerisms that he knew what was up to. Me and him were on the same wavelength, the same mindset when it came to that. He wanted to bust out laughing. I was laughing as I was listening to it, right? Because it was such a fabricated fairy tale in that Vato Scrappy Diaz's mind. To even put that on paper, to distribute that out to his gente, they were probably like, "What? This ain't gonna be grinding glass. I'm gonna get my hands all cut up and shit. I ain't trying to go that route. What? I don't even know where to get arsenic." This Vato he had a vision, okay? He was a visionary, I guess. Let me tell you something, Holmes. The Norteño movement ain't going out like that. I'm sure a lot of them that are actively watching these channels, and they're not supposed to, but they do, right? On the Slenders. Were laughing along with me. Now, I don't have a horse in the race, Holmes. At the end of the day, whoever wins this guerra or whoever doesn't between these movements, it's not going to affect me one way or the other. But one thing I do say is if you're going to be a gangster, Holmes, and you're going to if you're going to war, Holmes, war in the right way. Be a warrior. Don't be a sneaky fucking jailhouse thief type character. How do you even know where to look up the site to find child porn to set these vatos up? Hey, Scrappy, I'll hold. Okay? To even say that, Holmes, and speak like that is very ungangsteristic. It's very, you're a callous, shrewd individual, but at the same time, Holmes, you're misplaced in your thinkings. Okay? And now I could understand, slight way, some way, why Snoop was feeling the way he was feeling about you. Okay? There's already accusations of the Vato fucking told, and he did this, and he did that, and you're having to deal with all that pressure, Holmes. But this right here was some J-Cat. Now, I know about J-Cats, and that was some J-Cat as shit. This Vato was talking about breaking. If you're going to break in, pull up and pop. That's the Curry. Draymond. You know what I mean? Pull up, pop, knockout. Don't pull up. It's like, watch out. Hold the window open. Hold the window open. Go by. Fuck. Got him. Nah, bro. That, to me, that's some weird shit for you to even be thinking like that. There's other ways to deal with your enemy. I mean, back in the days, Holmes, when I was active and I was functioning, never once did I say, Chappelle, we're going to break into the Vatos from A-Town's house, right? I'm going to put a big old dildo under his pillow so that way fucking his old lady thinks he's fucking giving mamones to fucking black guys. Nah, I never thought like that. So if we see this Vato as soon as he comes out of the house, motherfucker, AK-47 assault, allegedly. Assault rifle, right? This is my mentality. That's what I was taught. Fucking, if you're going to go, Holmes. So look at what I got. I got something for him. It's called the fluffer. Nah, bro. What kind of weird ass shit is that? What are you doing in possession of one of those anyways? So let's get used all the money that you got from fucking whatever you guys are doing, slanging, Holmes. Hey, so let's get this is what we're going to do. So we're going to buy some bullets. We're going to buy a new cuete, and we're going to buy 2 dildos. You already know what time it is. Ready? Hike. Nah, fuck that. So let's let that shit go. Or can you? One never knows, does one. Tawanga. Now, one thing I will say is again, I repeat, respects Jay Handz, man, and Renegade Media, what he's got going on over there. The Vato only speaks the real, man. I can sit back and enjoy his content and say, yeah, he speaks from the heart and he speaks from a position of knowing. And one thing I can say, and I will say righteously, damn, that was some poo butt shit right there. Scrappy Diaz, like I said, I'm not here to disrespect you. I don't know you like that, Holmes. But come on now, let's get it together. That right there was some fucking, that was different. I never in all my time actively gangbanging or inactively gangbanging, however you want to call it, right? Ever seen anyone fucking do the old Folsom setup like that. Now, I have seen some things on the yards where people go in and get off, man, so that way the fucking Blanca can shoot someone else and that, you know, I've seen some cutthroat shit like that, but it always involves aggressiveness. It always involves some type of, some gangsterisms. But going in there, setting people up and grinding up glass and trying to poison them. And did you really think that after the first two vatos fucking got poisoned, the homeboys weren't going to fucking say, hey, something's wrong with this dope? Right? And do you really honestly think that every fucking norteño is scanted out, homes? Well, I'm here to tell you, ese, ding, 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 you're wrong. You know, survey says, you're horribly wrong. For the most part, there are vatos all out there indulging in the dope game. There's vatos out there using and abusing in the cuts. But 90% of the vatos are stand-up, homes. They're about that motherfucking business. North and south. So I don't think your grand scheme would have worked for too long. I think after the first vato would have fucking had glass in the stomach, he would have realized, something ain't right, that's it. So I got Crohn's disease, something. I don't know what happened. Feels like my shit's all cut up, right? Homeboys would have been like, you know what I mean? Do you think they're not going to smoke it and then realize at the end there's glass on the bottom of the pipa? I don't understand. Hey, they all snort. They're from Northern California. They all snort. I don't think so. You know, I've seen vatos hit that pipote, langote for, you know, plenty of times. You know, I've been in that garage when we tell them, take it outside, take it outside. You know what I mean? So I already know what time it is. Anyways, I just want to touch on that because that right there is the reason certain people feel a certain way about the Northern Rider organization or group or movement. Okay? I have my own qualms with the group. Reasons I don't agree with it has nothing to do with their activity and the way they act, and more so has to do with I'm not a firm believer or a true believer in jumping from one thing to another. That's just me. And I know a lot of people agree with me, and there's a lot that don't. Okay, that's my only qualm with it. That's my only thing. Like, Sasuke, I'm done. You know, fuck it, homes. You know what I mean? I can still strap on a hat, wear a red shirt, and still be everything that I want to be, homes. You know, I don't need to be from an organization or dictated by anybody. You know, I've been there and I've done that, homes. And I rocked righteously for many years up under that umbrella. You know what, Sasuke? I'll just go stand in the rain. That's it. Candy coated raindrops. Orale, Skittles. Help me out one time. And that's it. Anyways, I just thought that it was a bit hilarious and a bit obscene. And at the same time, I was like, fuck, I can't believe this is real, what I'm hearing. But obviously, man, coming from J-Hams, it was. So again, gente, you know, it's just something I wanted to put out there. My perspective, my take on this draft that I guess Scrappy Diaz had put out called Street Opps, and all this grand scheme to eradicate the active norteños from said streets was never going to happen. Vatos have been trying to do this for years, bro. And I'm here to tell you, although I know a lot of active norteños, 99.9% of them don't agree with my tactics and the things I do here on YouTube, I'm sure they will agree when I say it ain't never going to happen. It ain't never going to happen. Anyways, with that being said, I hope that you guys move smooth with a purpose. I hope that you get everything that you want coming to you. Remember, at the end of the day, it's all about struggling and striving for your familia. That's what it all comes down to. Hey, and again, now, if you're out there smoking the yay, whatever you're doing, check it. Because Vato Scrappy might have put glass in it. And make sure you keep your computer shit on lock, because that Vato will put some weird shit in there. To what degree of weird shit? I don't know. He said it, filled it up with unleaded. I don't even know where you find that shit. But the game is real. Anyways, with that being said, if you like that, man, please hit that thumbs up one time for your mind. Come fuck with me right here on Profiles as well as Gunners Collective. You know what it is. We're already to that 60 G mark. We trying to get it one time before we hit it. And if you don't like it, you can hit that thumbs down. Heavy's going to be the head that wears this Thunderbolt crown. Yeah, I'm wearing that. I'll say that. It was bad. Went bad. But, you know, represent. And you already know what it is, man. One love to all the gente, all the raza, all the brown people that are listening and supporting my channel. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for all the support that I've gotten over these past 2 years. It's highly appreciated, man. I do this for myself and for the people. By the people. Can you believe this shit? This motherfucker said, I'm going to grind up glass and stop it already. You've been locked up too long. They need to let you out. They need to let that motherfucker out.